Good morning. How you doing? It is February the 1st. Well, fuck me. Did it not feel like January was the whole of 2020 to you? Like, I feel like we've had the whole of this year in the last 31 days. And then to put the tin hat on it all, the week I've had and the month we've all had, Brexit finally goes through. It kind of feels surreal. After 3 years of posturing, back and forth, people waking up to the realization of not being a European Union state for the first time in 40 plus something years. And then to top it all off, the grand money shot of it all at 11 p.m. last night, people were letting fucking fireworks off. It's like, I sometimes question our global species consciousness when it comes to logic and common sense. No, I think about it a lot, actually, probably hourly, maybe daily at the very least. But yeah, here we are. Like, the way I got to look at it is I've got to go back into my little stoic book and see where I'm at. So like, January was clarity, and boy do I have fucking clarity on myself as a human being, what I should be doing, where I should be, what I should be taking part in. Fuck, like, I've got some major clarity that I got from January, mainly because of all the things that happened in January. Nothing that wakes you up more than slipping into a new decade and making yourself look back and go, what happened in the last decade? What happened in the last 10 years? And realizing 3 of that was kind of uncertainty. And then to have a month like we've had where we've been on the edge of World War III, coronavirus, democracy being lost in the US Senate, us Brexit going out of the European Union, just like uncertainty, fear, climate change, clusterfuck, Blade Runner-esque, living in electric dreams. Like, where the fuck are we? What are we doing? I mean, I don't know. For somebody who's a ground sign like me, this is like lava. Everything is just hot, moving, fast. And you just got to keep jumping on those different little platforms before they dissolve. February, though, in my little book, my little daily stoic, is passion and emotion. I mean, you couldn't think of a better way to go into February. I have lots of passion to keep going and to fight, and I have lots of emotions that I'm trying to keep in check. And I think it's an interesting correlation that, like, a month of clarity and then a month of going into passions and emotions, and it's kind of the overspill for me going into February. February normally is a bit of a non-event month. Normally your average 9 to 5 are still recovering after Christmas. They've got paid in January, but all that money kind of went to, credit cards and stuff that they went over, like surviving in January. The end of February is going to be like recovery month, I guess, for a lot of people. And then March, they start using some of that money to pay for holidays, summer holidays and stuff before they go away. Or maybe they have a staycation this year because, I'm not sure where you can actually go now anymore. No, you got a year, you're all right. Another thing I wanted to talk about quickly today was Article 13. I don't know if many people remember this, because we went into January thinking, oh shit, YouTube was going to, like, Article 13 got passed, and then boom, like, shit was going to happen. And then YouTube did some sneaky shit where they kind of moved some servers and company stuff around to a country or to a jurisdiction that made Article 13 a lot difficult to, like, get in, I think, when it comes to YouTube. And not really heard much about it. I mean, we had Copper, like, drop like a wrecking ball, and that fucked a lot of YouTubers up and their channels. And then everybody had to change their intro scenes and put, like, kids should not be watching this if you're under the age of 13, yada yada. Every video I put onto YouTube now is like, this is not suitable for kids, and that's fine, because it's not often. But I'm interested, like, what happens now we're not in the EU as the UK to Article 13? Does it no longer affect us, or how does it work? I'd be kind of interested to get some feedback or some links or some URLs or something about where we lie now in the jurisdiction of Article 13, and is it a good time to be setting up lots of servers like Steam servers and Witness servers, because we can protect immutable freedom of speech here in the UK if we haven't got Article 13. I'm kind of interested in that. The other thing I've been thinking about, because of people letting off fireworks and just this cacophony of a month of January, is if I could go somewhere, where would I even go now? Right? I mean, like, I've had Canada on my list for a long time. There's a few places like Estonia I'd love to go to. I could probably live in the countryside of Portugal if I wanted to. Or maybe somewhere in the middle of Spain. Not on the edge, because it seems like climate is just eroding the edges of coastal everywhere in the world. So just a lot to deal with right now. But it also, in a strange way, that makes me more focused than ever to like get behind this and just keep pushing at it, because I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. But getting to where you want to be also means you have to transition between places, people, places, things, and it's a fluid situation right now. The world is in super fluid situation. As a Capricorn ground sign, I feel the pressure of this like bubbling up from the ground kind of thing. But we keep pushing, we keep cracking on. Today's gone out of focus. Today's thing was for the hot-headed man. Keep this thought handy. When you feel a fit of rage coming on, it isn't manly to be enraged. Rather, gentleness and civility, I've said that wrong, but are more human and therefore manlier. Okay? A real man doesn't give way to anger and discontent, and such a person has strength, courage, and endurance. Unlike the angry and complaining, the nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye! Drifting